Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your old pal Drew, aka Shred Riffs. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to sweep pick. I'm going to get you everything you need to know to get that elusive picking technique under your fingers. And if you stick around till the end of this video, I'm going to get you a great practice routine and plan together to add this technique to your guitar playing and get you writing and recording music with it as soon as possible. Stick around, you're not going to want to miss this one. Alright, so if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you know what sweep picking is, but for those of you that don't, it's basically when your pick slices through several strings as it's moving in the same direction, meaning down picking or up picking. And this is very different from things like alternate picking, where you're playing on both sides of the string. The effect that it makes is really amazing. It's like a flurry of notes. It's similar to how a violinist would use their bow to travel across multiple strings. It sounds amazing, and it's a big part of various styles of heavy metal guitar playing, jazz fusion guitar playing, and really any modern style of guitar relies on this technique heavily, and I recommend you should learn it. Let me start off by demonstrating a couple of examples. This first one, I'm going to be sweeping across all 6 strings. It sounds like this. So that's one example. A really common kind of sound that you hear in sweep picking is this sound. A minor arpeggio or other triad-based arpeggios. And finally, you'll see things like this. I really love this technique. I think it makes a really cool fluid effect, and when you combine it with things like alternate picking and economy picking, you basically turn into an unstoppable beast of a guitar player, which is what I'd like to help you with. So one of the first things you can do when you're getting started with sweep picking is just practice with your right hand only. Let me demonstrate that for you. We're going to be sweeping through all 6 strings just to feel that motion under our pick. I'm going to start on the low E string, not the low E string. We'll save that for later. But this E string, and I'm going to push my pick all the way through to the high E string and then back again. Okay, so that's going to look like this. And you may have noticed that my pick is actually at a slight angle. It's not completely flat up against the strings. It is angled downward like this. Another way to angle the pick would be up like that, but you'd be sort of sweeping in another direction. Some guys do that. I don't do that though. Another thing I want to mention is that the motion comes from your elbow. My wrist is not moving that much. It's mostly just the elbow pushing that pick from one string to the next, and you kind of have to get used to what that feels like. Now, when we're sweeping across 2 and 3 strings, less strings, the movement is going to come more from your wrist. But I wanted to point that out now so you'd have an understanding of where you can take this technique. So after you practice sweeping through all 6 strings, the next thing I want you to try is to sweep across 2 strings. Okay, and we're just going to start with the right hand, and the first thing you're going to do is find the B string. Once you find that, you're going to play from the B string, and you're going to push your pick through to the high E string, and then you're going to play up on the high E. That sounds like this. And when you come back up, you're actually going to up pick the B string. So you're going to start off by playing down, down, up, and then everything after that is going to be up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up forever. Okay? That's going to look like this. I've prepared an example for you, and there will be some on-screen tabs. I'm going to be taking you through a neoclassical chord progression that sounds really cool even on 2 strings. It goes a little something like this. Here's what it sounds like a little bit faster. So I would mess around for a while with 2-string arpeggios. They sound cool, and it's a great way to start to feel that motion. You do not want to individually pick each string like this. You want to just push that pick through those strings like this. What we're going to do next is take that same chord progression, but we're going to arpeggiate across 3 strings. And by the way, I wanted to mention, if you practice your triads on the guitar, like an A minor triad, for example, knowing what those triads are will drastically help you with these arpeggios that I'm playing. It'll help you remember them, and it'll help you kind of understand what it is that you're playing. But regardless, let's jump in and play that same thing, but across 3 strings. The pattern has changed a little bit. You're gonna be doing a pull off and then several up picks and then back down. So check this out. Another exercise I wanted to show you guys that may help you if that's really hard is a simple major 7 arpeggio, which would look like this. That's C major 7, and we can just practice kind of letting our pick glide through those 4 strings like this. Okay, and once you get that down, you can actually add a hammer-on and pull-off on top. And because I'm an extreme guy, I'm gonna add another hammer-on and pull-off on the D string. Check this out. Once you get that under your fingers, you can start trying to move that around the guitar neck horizontally. So that's gonna look like this. So what I'm gonna teach you how to do next is take that same chord progression we were playing earlier, but we're gonna expand it to 4 and 5 string sweep arpeggios. Let me show you the first one. This is an A minor extended arpeggio. It looks like this. All right, here we go. Let's play the whole chord progression now. When you're practicing sweep picking, I would recommend keeping your frustration level really low. Just try sweeping across 2 strings for a while, and if you can't get it, just come back to it later. Try the first exercise where you're sweeping across 6 strings. Try it for 5 or 10 minutes at a time, and then rest, do something else, and come back to it. It's really important not to sit there and get frustrated and angry. Just remember that practicing is when you're working on new concepts and new things. As far as practicing sweep picking goes, I would recommend practicing this technique for about 30 minutes every day, 5 days in a row, okay? And then take the weekend off and come back to it the following week. I would be very surprised if you didn't see any progress in your sweep picking after that amount of time. So how I would organize that is spend maybe 5 minutes just sweeping across all 6 strings like I demonstrated in exercise 1. Then jump into exercise 2 and try to get the 2-string sweep happening just with one chord. Okay, once you get that roll going with one chord, start to play the whole entire progression and start to move around the guitar neck a little bit. I would do that for 10 to 15 minutes. And then from there, I would work on getting into some 5-string sweeps. Guys, thank you so much for checking out my video on sweep picking. I hope this helped shine a light on this elusive technique a little bit and get you started. Again, 30 minutes a day on this one technique is probably a good place to start. And if you do that every day for 5 days in a row, I think you're gonna start to see that the snowball is building and you're getting this technique under your fingers. If this video helped you, please slam the like button and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear how this video helped you and maybe what else you need help with your guitar playing. If you're interested in going a little bit deeper with sweep picking and learning even some other techniques on the guitar, I am a guitar teacher. I have a website where you can sign up for a lesson. You don't have to talk to me or anything prior. You just have to click a button and choose a time that works for you, and I will automatically be notified and we can talk in a video call and I can help you with your guitar goals and get you set up with a practice routine and a direction that will help you achieve your goals on the guitar. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, and wherever you're at in the world, have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.